Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello ladies and gentlemen. How are you? I hope you are in a good condition ya. So, on this occasion, we will provide writing material at the junior high level. The theme is grammar, and subtopics that will be elaborated are about part of speech, numbering, count, and non-count noun. Before proceeding to the material, let us introduce our team. So, we have 4 members. The first is Naimatul Ula, the second Sofiatul Rahmania, the third Siti Imra'atul Mu'awanah, and the last is Duriatun Nadifah. Okay guys, see carefully and I hope you can be comfortable ya. When you learn about grammar, you will automatically learn the name part of speech. Even learning part of speech is as important as learning grammar. Without understanding part of speech, you will not be able to compose words properly. Well, because of that, let's learn the meaning part of speech right now. So, what is part of speech? Part of speech are types of words that make a sentence together to be coherent and provide understanding to the reader or listener. Here is a complete explanation of 8 parts of speech for you. So, the first is noun. Noun are words that name people, place, things, or ideas. For example, people like Ula, Imro, and Sophie. Place like house, school, and things like cup, book, pen, and so on. The second is verb. A verb is a word that used to express action, being, or states of being. For example, study, eat, walk, run, and so on. The third is pronoun. A pronoun is a word used to take the place. For example, her, him, our, it, their, us, and so on. Next, adjective. An adjective is a word that modifies a noun or a pronoun. For example, patient, honest, beautiful, handsome, and so on. Okay guys, the next one is adverb. An adverb is used to modify a verb, an adjective or another adverb. For example, slowly, amazingly, quickly, and so on. Preposition. A preposition shows the relations between its object and some other word in the sentence. For example, in, on, at, since, from, and so on. Conjunction. A conjunction is a word used to join two or more sentences. For example, and, again, both, also, and so on. And the last is interjection. An interjection is a word which expresses some strong and sudden feeling of emotion. For example, hello, ah, hurrah, wow.
The second material is about numbering. Here numbering divided into 2 parts. First is cardinal number and second is ordinal number. First, cardinal number is a number that shows a quantity. This number is used to express the count and counting objects, calculating age, counting member of set, and others. Or more clearly, can to mention the amount of objects in question. Second, ordinal number is, in the theory, are type of ordered of a well-ordered set, a number used to express a sequence or stage. usually identified with the hereditary transitive set. Ordinal numbers are extensions of natural numbers, different from integers and cardinal number. It can be called to express level, class, stage, and others. So, next slide. We can see the example of them at this slide. Here, we have 3 examples in each part. 3 examples of cardinal number. 1. You are got 5 bags and I have only got 2. 2. I have 2 daughters and 3 sons. 3. She buys 1 pen and 2 pencils. We are just focused on the number, that the number is not added by something or words. It means that the number is natural, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each other. 3 examples of ordinal number. 1. This is my first visit to New York. 2. Brian is second child. 3. My birthday is on the 4th of December. Ordinal number. We have to see on the number 2 that the underlined word is first in first example. It means from word number 1 is changed to first because it shows a sequence. Likewise, the writing. There are 2 letters that follow the number. They are S and T, as well as first, second, also a number of sequence from 2, that added by M and D.
Okay guys, for the last material, I will explain about count noun and non-count nouns. Count nouns, also countable nouns, is a noun that can be modified by a numeral and that occurs in both singular and plural forms. And that still occurs with quantificational determiners like every, each, several, and then etc. There are 3 points for countable nouns. The number 1, they can be singular or plural. The number 2, nouns refer to things that you can count separately. And then the number 3, you can use a or an before nouns. Next is the example of a noun. You can look at the slide. There are 3 examples of countable noun. The number 1 is 9 planets. The number 2, that's an interesting question. And the number 3, this is delicious sandwich. For everybody, you can remember if a noun or a countable noun is a noun that can be counted. So, next slide. Non-count or uncountable nouns exist as masses or abstract quantities that cannot be counted. Like a countable noun, non-count or uncountable nouns have 3 types such as the number 1, non-count nouns refer to things that you can't count separately. The number 2, they usually have no plural form. And the number 3, we don't usually use a or an non-nouns, though they are often preceded by some or the. Usually, many common mistakes, so be careful if want to make other example of countable nouns or uncountable nouns. There are many steps if you want make a good example of countable nouns or uncountable nouns.
Okay, we are at the end of the meeting, guys. Thank you for paying close attention. See you for the next presentation and don't forget, stay healthy and keep calm. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.